Okay, we've all been affected by this COVID-19 virus, and we're all experiencing something that we've never experienced in our lifetime. It's unbelievable, but we are where we are, and many of us are working from home. So this is just really a quick summary of the measures that the government have advised they will be introducing to assist small businesses. So there's lots of different them, but we'll just run through them one at a time. The first is a job retention scheme. This is primarily to stop employers laying people off because they can't afford to pay them because there's insufficient work or they are unable to work. And the scheme primarily is that they will cover up to £2,500 of an employee's salary, or the higher of 80% of their salary. You can't have a halfway house, so it's not a choice of saying that someone's working just 2 days a week and so therefore I will claim 2/5 of their salary. It's all or nothing. So in order to claim this, the Revenue are setting up a HMRC portal. It's not active yet. You would need to complete an application form, and of course we could, our payroll department can assist you with doing that or do it for you, and they will then make payment into your bank account. I would imagine there's not enough details at the moment, but I would imagine that if you do have outstanding liabilities, there will be some form of a set-off. So for example, if you have payroll liabilities of say £8,000 or £10,000, and you're claiming for 2 employees at say the maximum of 2.5, they will advise for you to pay just the difference. There is a newsletter attached to this video which provides a little bit more detail, but the reality with this and with all the other matters, there is insufficient information available because it was basically only issued last week. Okay, the next item is a VAT. So the Revenue or the government have advised that no businesses need to make VAT payments between now and the end of June. So it's a bit of a VAT holiday. Unfortunately, the VAT liability will still need to be paid, and they will give you until the end of the year to make that payment. Obviously, we don't know how long this is going to happen. This COVID and this isolation is happening, and so we don't know how long businesses will be affected, but generally that's the guideline. You don't need to make any claim for this. It's just whether you pay it or you don't pay it, and obviously they will not chase if they don't receive payment. The next item is statutory sick pay. So here is where employees have not been able to work because they've self-isolated or it's going to happen to them now or in the future. You will be able to claim the full cost of the statutory sick pay from HMRC, so businesses will be able to claim. The sad thing is the statutory sick pay is actually only £94 per week, so it probably is not going to be a great benefit. Another factor for the employee is that they can actually claim the statutory sick pay from day one. In order to make the claim, you just follow the normal statutory sick pay procedures. The next is business rates relief. So they've advised that all retail, hospitality, leisure and also childcare nurseries will be given a 1-year business rates holiday. That means you will not have to pay any rates from April 2020 to March 21. You don't need to claim this. This will be automatic, and if you've been issued with a bill saying that you owe, because they normally send the bills out in March, they will issue a credit note and a revised bill showing nil to pay. The next relief is cash grants for retail, hospitality and leisure businesses. These will be, if you've got a rateable value of less than 15,000, you will be entitled to a grant of £10,000, and if you've got a rateable value of less than 51,000, you'll be entitled to a grant of £25,000. Again, you don't need to do anything. Your local council will be in contact with you, advising of the eligibility of the claim. Another area is that they're providing business interruption loans. These are actually up to £5 million and payable over 6 years. The main criteria here is that you still need to show that your business is a viable business to repay this loan, because it does need to be repaid. They give you the first year interest free, so the government will cover the interest for the first year, and basically you will need to go through the normal lending criteria, and they will also guarantee 80% of the loan, so it makes the criteria for the banks easier to lend to you. The way you can obtain these loans is just basically go to your normal bank, go to the small business banking department, and no doubt they will have their systems set up, or will be working on them in the next couple of days to have everything in place. The next relief is income tax relief for the self-employed. So these are, as self-employed individuals, you need to pay tax at the end of January and at the end of July, so 31st of July. They will be deferring this collection of payment until 31st of January 2021. It's not clear yet as to whether this second instalment holiday period applies to all second instalment taxes, or also payable by non-self-employed. For example, if you're receiving dividend income and there is tax triggered off as a second instalment because of that, or some other form. But I would imagine it's probably just for the self-employed. We will need to wait and see the finer details with many of these different areas. If you have existing PAYE or corporation tax liabilities, it's possible, the government are very lenient at the moment, and they will give you time to pay. You need to telephone the helpline, and the number is 0800 015 559, and discuss with the collector of taxes a reasonable time period. It may be, final area, it may be that you do have appropriate insurance policy that covers pandemic and government ordered closures, and if that's the case, you will be covered, and of course that will be relevant. The amount of cover and what you're covered for will be covered by your insurance policy. So these are sort of 9 areas where they're providing business support. It sounds really good, with often lots of government policies. It may not be that easy to get hold of, and it also there may be caveats which exclude lots of people. But if you require any assistance, please contact us, and we will do our best to either assist you or to point you in the right direction. As said, the information is very brief at the moment, so we don't have finer details. I've been and that's it really. Wishing you all the very, very best. Keep safe, and hopefully we'll get through these difficult times together. Thank you.